Hey guys, BrickWizard59 here, today coming at you with a very special LEGO Star Wars review, and this is my Motorized Trade Federation MTT. Now, this is actually based on set number 7662, the Trade Federation MTT from the year 2007, and of course this is one of my top 5 favorite LEGO Star Wars sets of all time, so I decided to take it a step further and motorize it. So now with the flip of a switch, this vehicle can actually move on its own. And let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. Okay, before we actually take a quick look at the vehicle itself, let's just take a quick look at the mechanism that was used behind it. So basically what I did was I used a motor and a battery box. The motor, of course, to run the vehicle, the battery box to provide power. And basically the motor is housed right there. And then the battery box is housed in this section over here. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the motor. So basically, the way this works is the motor was housed right on top of this section right here. So there was that one feature I did end up giving up, which was the installment of the small droid carrier in the back. I did have to sacrifice that feature in order for this thing to get motorized, but that was definitely a pretty simple sacrifice to give up. And then also I did end up, because the battery box was placed over here, this was where the weapons used to go. So I ended up just taking the weapons and putting it on the door here in these sliding racks over here. And I think that definitely works out very well. But now let's go ahead and take a quick look at how I made the motor. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the mechanism for the motor. And so basically how it works is the number one challenge was actually getting this drivetrain to work. And so basically I did use a system of gears. And basically I ended up adding a small gear on the bottom, which is seen here. So I did actually have to modify it by, instead of adding just regular wheels like seen there, I ended up adding a full axle along with one wheel, and I'll get into why that has rubber on it in just a sec. Then I have this small gear here, which will be connected to the gear above it, and as we go back here, that gear, which is there, would be connected to that gear. And then the hardest part was this. These gears spin like this. This motor spins like this, so to spin in opposite, they spin opposite ways. So in order to transfer these gears movement into horizontal, I ended up having to use a worm gear, which is that one right there, in order to do that. And that idea I actually ended up getting from the Motorized Walking AT-AT, which has a pretty similar build. Now, if you saw, once again, back on the bottom, as we'll close this up, you saw there is, of course, a tire. And the reason why, because just the plain wheel did not have enough friction, so I ended up having to add rubber to make the friction greater. Alright, and here's a look at the battery box, which is sticking out right over there. And basically, what I did was, this was also an idea I got from the Motorized Walking AT-AT. I pretty much copied the instructions to make one of these switches, which was actually in the Motorized Walking AT-AT, and that this mechanism connects to the switch itself, the orange switch in there. So when I push this this way or this way, the switch will be pushed this way or this way, therefore making it move. So this is an easy way, instead of having to force your hand through to actually manually push the button. This way you can just easily flip the switch left and right in order to move the motor, or the battery box, turn it on or off, which would move the motor. So now let's go ahead and take a look at its motion. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look. So all you need to do is pull the switch, and there you go. So it's working. And it goes at a very good speed. And it looks really good, has some great movement, but there's a look at all the movement, and of course, that's gonna do it. Here's just another look at it here from up front, and it definitely looks really awesome moving. And there you go, so that's gonna do it for the review of my Trade Federation MTT Motorized. So thank you so much for watching. This is BrickWizard59. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to check out my other LEGO Star Wars mocks and reviews in my various playlists on my channel. But thank you so much for watching. This is BrickWizard59. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe down below for more. So this is BrickWizard59, and I'll see you all next time.